Hi, welcome to this episode of History Hunters. We are in Alliance, Nebraska. We were headed down the road to a place called Stonehenge, or Carhenge. It's like Stonehenge, but it's made with old cars. Passed by this place called Dobby's Frontier Village or something like that. Anyway, it's a very unique place. It kind of reminds me of Pollardville and a mixture of Knott's Berry Farm. And we're gonna take a tour of it and take a look around and see what we can find. I think you'll be surprised what you see here. We just stopped at a place called Dobby's. It's an old western town, and Sarah's got this strange look on her face. Miller's Furniture Store and Funeral Parlor. She opened the door and something happened.
Well, I read that, but I don't know what I was expecting when I opened the door, but...
Oh!
Caskets. Baby caskets.
Baby casket?
Baby casket.
Baby caskets.
And it smells.
It does smell in here. And right here is a funeral notice for Wild Bill Hickok. And then there's a picture of a guy dead in a coffin. And here's a glass-topped coffin so you could peek in on the dead people.
Oh. Mobile embalming tool. Oh, they sticked up.
Oh. But anyway, here's all your embalming fluids up here. Yeah, really. Oh, that's where you put the head.
And then the body and the feet. People weren't very big, huh?
I think it's adjustable.
Adjustable. And then here's stuff. Cosmetics. Easy Way applicator for spraying. Oh! That's how they made you pretty when you died. St. Louis, Missouri.
There's a
Of embalming. This is creepy.
It's creepy, all right.
Look at that. Velvety.
The velvet child's casket here. Oh.
That's horrible.
Thank goodness there's nothing in it. Hog oilers. This is a quirky little place. It's like a little western town front.
The dentist.
There's a dentist's office.
Can we go in there?
Well, you went in the other one. There's a barber's pole right there. And you can't go in these buildings. Dentist chair.
I wouldn't have wanted my oral surgery that I just had in this time. Oh,
Heck no.
that'd be horrible.
Oh. Oh. Here's a boy, looks like he's been hit by a baseball or something right in the eye. This is a weird place. What is this, some kind of eye exam thing? And there's a skeleton up there. You never know what you're going to find when you take these cross-country trips. That's to dig things out of the body, I guess.
Hey, Forrest Gump. Magic legs.
Leg irons.
Oh, here's an old-timey nebulizer. Kirk's Original Cocoa Hard Water Castile. Soaked from coconut oil. Are these? No.
True swabs.
That one's locked. You're not allowed to go in there. See these old-timey cameras?
They have cameras in there?
Right here in the window. This one looks like it's probably in progress.
Like we can't go in this one.
Photo parlor.
Rex's Hamburgers. What's this?
It's just a little shop for burgers.
Oh, it's like an old-fashioned counter. Lunch counter. 5 cent Buying by the stack.
Please leave your donation in the general store. Hey, look.
Yeah. Are you Dobby?
No.
Oh, okay.
Dobby passed away in 2009.
Oh, did he start it?
Yeah, 1987.
Wow.
And there's only 4 of us doing all the work out here, mainly 2 of us.
Yeah, yeah.
Keeping it up and keeping it going. But it's all done by volunteers and donations. This book is a self-tour guide kind of book that will give you pretty much the tour of the whole place. It gives you the history of it. It's $10 if you want it.
You have $10?
And my purse.
I was surprised that the buildings, most of the buildings you have open here.
Well, they're all open, except for a few of them.
Yeah.
Locks on them.
And what are you doing with this building down here?
That is our livery stable.
Is it under construction?
Yeah.
Okay.
It ain't done. We've been, 10 years working on that? Took us 3 years to get the trusses up.
So this was Dobby's vision, huh? To have a
Yep.
little western village?
No, he's preserving history for the you need a 10?
Nope.
Okay. He's preserving history for the younger generation.
Yeah.
That's what he did. He was with Dobby. This is Bruce. He was with Dobby for a long before I was.
Do you have like schools and stuff that come do the field trips here and learn about?
There's
these
quite a
things?
few of them within about 75, 80 miles of here that
Yeah.
come in and have field trips down here. The public schools and some of the private schools.
Have you ever been to Knott's Berry Farm?
Yep.
I haven't.
No?
No.
It's kind of like this.
Yeah, it is.
But, yeah, they've got a church there. That's actual school. It came from, I think, Iowa.
No.
That they moved down to Buena Park, California.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to take a look at the rest of your buildings, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Thank you.
27 of them out here, so what you see here, that door there, if you've already been in the church, that goes to the same place.
Okay. Why don't you crank
No.
this thing? See what happens.
Crank this.
Pull that top off.
You have to pull the top off?
You don't have to.
Oh, okay. There's a crank right there.
Oh, there you go.
That's what it is.
Oh, and there you can see it.
Now you can crank.
Oh, it just takes a little bit to fill up this compartment so it comes
Well,
out.
it just runs out that compartment. It
Yeah.
doesn't
It's not going down to a well, is it?
No, it's going down
No.
into a 55-gallon barrel.
Oh, gotcha.
okay.
Cistern pump. So
Gotcha.
you'd add a well
Here's the
and
picture.
fill the cistern, which is basically a holding tank.
There's something about those.
Yeah, they're considered racist,
Oh,
but
They are?
they're horses that you attach your horses to them.
Back down in the colonial South, they used to use those. They would change the vest color on them for the Underground Slave Railroad. But they used to tie their horses to the reins, to that ring. But that was also an indication that it was safe for a slave to come in there and get hardened.
No. What kind of church did you say this was?
Well, German Evangelical Emmanuel Lutheran.
1912.
Yeah.
It was at the 7th and Yellowstone. Was that here in Alliance?
Yes.
Okay.
The original building had a lot of this work like this on it. A lot of it's got covered up because plaster was cracking and
Okay.
coming off, but it had artwork like that in the plaster paving.
This used to be the original front of the church.
Okay, yeah.
But when we refurbished it, got refurbished it in 2011, we had the RSV come in, they put the doors, they moved the doors from the other end over to here, and then built us another entrance, so when we have weddings or receptions or something, they can go out into the yard instead of going around all the way around the church to get to it.
It almost has the altar looks kind of Catholic.
It's Lutheran.
Okay.
It came from the Lutheran church. It was down in their basement, and it was rotted. The floor had leaked. You got water on it. So one of their parishioners went through and rebuilt it. Now, can you play the organ or piano?
No.
Have you ever played a pump organ?
Nope.
You want to try?
I'll let Sarah try to play this.
I'm not musical in the least.
Well, neither am I. But you don't get a chance to play with a pump organ because most of them are behind glass, behind a rope. Can't get to them. Ours aren't. Right now it doesn't work.
So you have to air it up.
So there you go.
Try it.
Do you have to pedal your feet?
Yep. I do it like a walk. Put my toes up as far as I can. You gotta keep pedaling and quit.
So what make it sound like
Like a cathedral.
Don't ask me how.
So you got the deep, throaty tones on this side.
That sounds
That's
comical.
also a workout.
It is. But then you have to keep pedaling, read your music, and play at the same time.
Takes a talented person, I think.
I think so. Now doing it.
You hear it?
Yep. Sarah's ringing the bell. Who would ever thought that passing by here on the way to Carhenge that we would ever come across anything like this? Sarah got to play the organ, and now she's ringing church bell. Okay, we got some great history in here.
Banking book. Someone
These right
had
here
You're saying that Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid
were the last ones that stood in front of those while the bank was in operation.
According to Cliff, the teller's cage inside of Dobby's bank mock-up came from the Butte County Bank in Belle Fourche, South Dakota. This very cage, he claims, was breached when members of the outlaw group, the Wild Bunch, robbed the bank on June 28, 1897. The outlaws expected to leave with $30,000 in loot, but only made off with $100. Robbery suspect Tom O'Day was apprehended a short time later in the saloon outhouse. Since the local jail had recently burned, O'Day was held in the vault of the bank that he just robbed. Other participants in the robbery were Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry. Logan would later take his own life on June 29, 1903, after being wounded by a pursuing posse. There was also Harry Alonzo Longaball, better known as Sundance Kid. Historians are doubtful, however, if Butch Cassidy, legally known as Robert Leroy Parker, participated. However, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid reportedly fled together to Bolivia, where they were possibly exterminated in a 1908 shootout with the law. Also involved in the Belle Fourche robbery was George Flatnose Curry, who was killed in 1900 while rustling cattle in Utah. And then there was Walt Putney, who settled in Pinedale, Wyoming, and died in 1950.
After they robbed the bank, they took these down, they put solid steel bars to the ceiling so nobody could get over them.
So the bank that was robbed was built in 1895.
Built in 1895 and it was robbed in 1897.
So they probably would have robbed through here, huh?
No, they went over the top of the bar.
They went over the top?
Well,
Well,
yeah,
they've
you
got
just
guns,
climb
you gotta
over.
shoot.
They
yeah.
were pretty athletic, huh?
Well, I don't know. Here about a month ago, we had some kids out here, younger kids, 18 to 28 years old, come in here at 11:30 at night and went over the top of this, stole a bunch of stuff.
Oh, wow.
And we caught them the next night. The cops caught him when they brought the stuff back. And he climbed over this.
Wow.
Look at this book.
It's a,
September 14th, 1948, they had $61,000. They were rich people.
and there's your wanted poster for Sundance Kid.
Yep.
Did you want to go in all the rest of it? Or do you want to kind of skip?
Can we go in?
You can do it.
Okay. This is the candy shop.
Candy
That
shop.
gal became famous for doing beef flavored candy bars.
Gross.
Beef fit. Ugh.
It's kind of an old-fashioned
Yeah, look.
candy shop. Oh, I'd love to
Pepsi
have that
Cola.
thing.
Cooler.
That's an old Pepsi cooler. Just reach in and grab one.
Old Hershey box.
Here's the originator of the Sugar Bowl, 1914. It was a business here in Alliance, Nebraska. What is it?
Oh no, bug.
There's them old Pepsi bottles right there. 10 ounce?
Restaurant, old signal. Hey, look.
Oh, look at the old
Teeter-totter.
teeter-totter.
Oh, look, the big wagon.
Old tools.
Tactical air coming in. all kinds of old tools.
There's an old chuck wagon.
General store.
Interesting. Oh, general store. We got to go in there.
Oh, you have to go through the front, I think.
There's a squirrel. This is probably what Pollardville used to look like.
Hey, look. Roller skate.
Old roller skates. I wonder if this is open. If it is, it's going to be a... Well, it says a District 16 school. Oh, wow. That's a fully stocked store with a pot-bellied stove in the middle to keep you warm in the winter
It's actually
time.
cool in here.
It is probably well insulated.
The bucket is on the ceiling.
I think you make butter with this thing.
Yeah, churn.
Meat grinder. Little bicycle hanging up there and a meat scale right here. Oh, look what Sarah found. A kitty cat.
Listen to her.
Oh, check it out. I've always wanted to have one of these. Old mailbox. Carlisle Foundry from Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Outside of the post office. You can go into the post office.
Oh, look at all the wanted posters.
All these buildings smell the same.
And the post office boxes.
Yeah, in the old days you used to get your mailbox.
Is that a cribbage table? I wonder if that's
Perhaps.
a cribbage table.
It's the old mailboxes. That guy's seen his better days. I think he's definitely in need of retirement.
Gas station.
This is probably one of my favorite buildings, an old gas station with the old Texaco pumps. Used to be able to see the gas up there. Old vintage tires.
Oh, look at these old maps and stuff. Oil cans.
Crazy.
That's super neat. You
Yeah.
never get this close to any of this stuff.
Something tells me that has something to do with hay harvesting. The town also includes an actual cabin built by slave Robert Anderson, which was hauled in from another location and reassembled here. Spending too much time in the car because we've been spending a lot of hours driving, but this is a nice break.
Building donated in memory of John Haas. Oh, goodness. Yeah.
Oh, little cabin in here.
The smell of old stuff is so unique.
It definitely looks like something that you would have found 150 years ago. Dirt floor.
Dirt floor. Look at the fireplace.
Look at that nasty carpet there.
Look at the fireplace. Okay, look, some pajamas.
Yeah, some old-fashioned pajamas. May have been slave quarters.
Wonder what's up there.
Oh, can we go up there? I'm afraid to see what's up here.
Duck bordello. Oh my goodness, it is hot.
Oh, there's the bed. Wonder what
the
happened.
tub. Wash your man before you get
Before you get funky with him.
funky with him.
Yeah, it's just like a
There she is. She'll do anything with you.
See, here's the bar.
And we're gonna check out this saloon over here. You know, they're constructing a livery stable right here. So the building keeps going on. Here we are at the Lonesome Duck Saloon.
The Lonesome Duck?
That's what it says. Lonesome Duck Saloon. He said something about this being the
longest bar
in Nebraska at one point. Oh, wow. Check it out. It's a long barn. Actually, a lot of drinks served. It's not a reproduction. It's an actual bar from a saloon here in Nebraska. Looks like they all left their poker game. I'm curious if any of you have ever heard of this place or ever been here. I doubt very many have.
There's the...
There we go with the blacksmith shop. Okay. This is kind of remnants of the fact that they used to use bottles in construction, because there was a lot of drinking that went on and not so many things to build buildings with, so you would use bottles. Here's the jail.
Old-timey house arrest.
Yeah. I wonder how heavy they are. Can you pick them up?
Yeah. That's not very heavy. That one's heavier.
That's a 20-pound ball.
That's funny, huh?
That would definitely slow your roll a bit.
That's a 20-pound ball. They came from Laramie Prison in Wyoming. The bowling ball, that black one's made out of a bowling ball. We made it for when we have weddings out here.
Now, what's that? Bullet holes? That's...
Well, here's what I tell the kids. This is my building. I adopted it. I'm the sheriff up here. I tell the kids, the sheriff downtown had too many prisoners for their jail cells, so they brought 4 of them up here, put 2 on each side. Somebody heard about it, come up here and started shooting at me. I was shooting at them out the window, and they shot holes in my door right behind you there. There's 3 holes down there at the bottom, in the middle. See them in the middle there?
Yeah.
Here?
Yep. Well, anyway, one of the bullets went up there and hit the ceiling and bounced off and is stuck in that pole right there.
Know where the jail bars come from?
Cozad, Nebraska. It used to be their city jail.
So how far back do those go?
Yeah, probably late 1800s, 1900s, somewhere in there.
Wow.
Now, the reason the cells are square and made out of square steel, because it was easiest for the blacksmith to drill holes in and make. He could put it together. Well, back in the days when they had, when they started with TV, you see all the old westerns, they have round bars because the TV camera will show through them. Here it won't.
Okay. But you could climb this a little better, but there's nowhere to go, right?
No. Where are you gonna go?
There's a lid on it.
Oh, yeah.
Not a place I would want to be.
No.
I'll show you a picture of it when I got done. Can't see it very good. It's starting to get wet once in a while. This is what it looked like when we got done. Dobby had liked this so much. And this was 2004. When I got it done, I started in 2000. He wanted us to do it during our fall festival, 2 days, have everybody help. Well, nobody wants to help. So after 2 years, I went ahead and took 2 weeks of vacation to come up here and finish this building, my boys and I. When we got all done, Dobby took a picture of this, and everywhere he went, he was so proud of this building. So when he passed away in 2009, I asked for a cup of his ashes. And the family gave them to me, and I mixed them in the mortar sheet. He is part of this building.
Okay. So he does kind
So he does reside within.
He is here. Some people think it's gross, some people think it's sick, but I don't because he liked this building so much. This machine actually makes the letters or the lines. That machine actually printed the Iron Man magazine in Alliance for over 50 years.
Wow. What was the name of the magazine?
Iron Man magazine.
Iron Man.
Yep. And that man up there, Mr. Rader, was the one that started it. He was lifting weights. He started out doing brochures, supplement brochures, and then it expanded and got bigger and bigger and bigger. So once they get their block set up the way they want it for businesses or whatever, then they take that, get this block and take this metal block out of here. It's called setting title.
Right.
So they would take the letters, put them in here however they wanted. This is a business card of some sort, I don't know what. I never have printed it. Then they put a bit of ink up here on top of this, kick the machine on, turn it on. It goes up, spreads the ink out over the top of the letters, comes back up, makes sure they're inked again. It prints that piece of paper.
Did they have to
And
feed
then
it by hand?
And then you look at it, and if it's not right, then you got to take the letters all apart and redo them.
They usually didn't do that, though. They usually just let the errors fly.
Usually, yeah.
Dobby's frontier town was a pleasant surprise for me and Sarah, and we thank Cliff for his enthusiasm in sharing this project with us and others. If you happen to be flying down East 25th Street and see an interesting village in the break of cornfields northeast of Alliance, make sure you stop by for a visit. Tell them Jeff and Sarah of History Hunters sent you.